Guys, gals, and fellow gender non-conforming pals, welcome back. My name is C28. We're on the next vlog. Today was packed full of stuff. So over the past few days, I've been working on Lost Melodies and Unloved Timbers Volume 2. Most recently, you may have seen in YouTube Shorts, link in the description for those. I think if I can do short links, I think you can. Most recently, I've been mixing Celestial Waltz. I completely revamped the vocals. I re-recorded all of them because they were a little bit muddy. They were inconsistent. So I'm like, you know what? We'll just do it. Spent about 2 hours redoing all the vocals. Did a little bit of mixing, but not too much. There, you get to see my eyes. All this makeup I spent like half an hour doing this morning, so yeah. Anyway, that's going along well. I really hope that I can get at least half the songs done by the end of the month. I was expecting to release the album 2 days from now, but most of the songs are still in standby. A lot of them are not even touched on, so it's realistically going to be a December release. That's my guess. It's going to be a December release for 2023, and hopefully it does not release in 2024. We'll see. But after that, Full Sail. What happened today? Well, today in Full Sail, we started our new week in Pro Tools. So our tests are out of the way and we are getting ready for our final test. Final week of Pro Tools. Today we had a very extensive lecture and lab talking about different sends and buses and different tracks, folders even. I think the thing that does the best job at explaining what today was about is the lab. I can kind of exclude the lecture talk because the lecture was about what we're going to do in lab. So for today, I'm not really going to talk about what we did in lecture because we just talked about the lab stuff. So we were understanding how audio works in Pro Tools, the signal flow of things. And it was a crazy long lab. I think it's like easily 4 times longer, maybe even 5 times longer than the standard labs were. I was in there about 3 hours. I typically get out in the first 45 minutes. Yeah, you do the math to figure out like how long that is. But it was quite a long lab. We were going extensively into sends, we were going into buses, we were going into routing signal flow. So we had a song to mix. We had all the different elements. And that's essentially the lab. It was mixing in Pro Tools, the full mix. So of course the mix is going to be very shoddy. It's not going to be outstanding because you're not mixing it in a few days. You're realistically doing it in like a few hours. Now, I mean, a from scratch mix where, you know, if you have a client stuff and you didn't track it, you're just like, oh, what's all this? Might take you all a minute. Others might say, C28, you're stupid. No, it takes me 20 minutes. What are you talking about? And for those people, I salute you for your incredible ability to do that. No joke. There are those people. Nick. So, yes, it was a lot of routing. And routing things in a very indirect manner through different groups, subgroups, knowing how those work, folders, to see like, okay, do you really know how this works? It was a full test of, do you actually know how these are working? Or are you just thinking it magically talks to each other? All the things. You don't need I/O communication. You don't need I/O setup. Input output is I/O. And there was so much stuff routed all over the place. And then into subgroups. So to make it easier to understand, essentially, we're putting a thing on every single track so it's compressed, so it's going to stay around the same level. We're EQing it so we get the right frequencies we want. We get rid of the ones we don't. And then we're grouping together all the drums. We're grouping together all the vocals. We're grouping together all the guitars. And then everything else can kind of be on its own. From there, then we add dynamic effects onto that, which everything has to be routed to. Then we do another send to something else that all has to be routed to. Then we have a subgroup that contains all of those things. So it contains all of your guitars and the effects into that. And then you can add a fader that controls that thing. So you just have 3 little faders for everything that is your drums, everything that is your vocals, everything that is your guitars. So you get 3 faders instead of, what was it, like 9? 8? I forget. Well, total it was like 12 or 13 because you had the extra stuff on there. But quite a bit. And that was the lab. It sounds so mundane compared to what it actually was. Like, it was so painstakingly, like, mundane. Not mundane, but it was monotonous. That was it, monotonous. It was a lot of the same repetitive stuff, learning a different way to do something. But I feel comfortable using sends, using buses, using different means of routing audio throughout Pro Tools. I feel good with that now. So that's good. Previously, I was absolutely confused on how that stuff worked. I looked at Pro Tools and just noped out the first time I saw it. Now I'm at the point where I could realistically make a song in Pro Tools, and I probably will try that soon. Soon being within the month, not like tomorrow. Yeah. I just came back from a networking summit, so Full Sail has these about once every month, maybe more. I don't actually know when they're held because I keep looking on Full Sail 1 and I can't find them, but my mates know and they're like, hey, C28, there's this thing going on. So I'm like, yeah, all right. I suppose we'll do that. Yeah. So last 2 little updates. I started doing some private tutoring. That is going pretty well. There are definitely some concepts in Full Sail that can be difficult to comprehend, especially if it's your first time. And it's good to get my practice with private tutoring before I go to officially work for Copilot Tutor Center. Though the family I'm working with is actually, I don't know the most correct way to say it, but like they're paying well. So I might stick with them indefinitely. And so, like, yeah. But it's cool to be able to show a different perspective on things to someone who's lost, and it's really rewarding. It's kind of the hope I have with my peer production episodes, is that you learn something about production, even if it's the smallest thing. You learned how to EQ a bass, that super basic thing. That's all you learn, I'll be happy. Because music production should be more, it is accessible, but the knowledge should be more accessible. And it's given forms that are not really compatible with ways that everyone learns. So to be able to give it in different divergent forms, talk about it in different ways that help people understand it, it's nice. It feels good to be able to provide that. I've got that public event in the public music. I was sharing that with Dex, with Trill Dex. Have that tonight, so I am not uploading this video tonight. I'm not even editing this video tonight. As soon as I finish shooting it, it's off to that event, and I'll edit it tomorrow. So, of course, this video is being posted on the 17th of October, not the 16th of October. There's that. You already know this because it's the 17th of October for you if you're watching it, though. That's only valid for one day, and then the rest of the time this is on YouTube until I guess YouTube is deleted. It's not the 17th of October 2023, is it? One of you are probably watching this in like July 17th, 2162. Someone's doing it. Someone. Hopefully, maybe. 2162 is quite a stretch. We'll go 2062. Yeah. Though if you're watching this from 2378, props, kudos to you for watching this old video of this ancient being from a distant time explain their life. So that was such a strange tangent. Anyway. Point is, there's a lot of stuff going on. I am busy and I am doing more stuff with music. I'm tired. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to them. I'll post your comment on the sides or in the front. Take care of yourselves. God be with you. And goodbye, YouTube.